Alright, I think we're live. Welcome to another edition of BDQ Live. And today we have an interesting deck. I want to talk about this deck here, Cannibal Guinevere Kill a Turtle. First of all, I don't like the name. I think Guinevere is spelled a little bit weird. Just looks a little bit off, too many V's. And I don't like killing turtles. Turtles are cool. But that's not the interesting thing about this deck. What's interesting about this deck is its makeup and how I got it. Me and Kiramode were talking today about Speed Sigil, about this card right here, and what it would look like in a deck that wasn't a racing deck. Normally when you play Speed Sigil, I have a lot of thoughts on this card. When you play Speed Sigil, it accelerates you by more than a turn, and I don't know how fast it actually makes you go. Let me explain that. So normally when you look at Speed Sigil, you say, oh, you enter turn, each turn you enter, play ready. That looks like haste from Magic, but in this game, it's faster than haste. It's haste, but you get to use your guy now, he doesn't die, which is similar to Magic, but you don't have to declare that house again. So you're really going 2 or 3 turns faster. This is really relevant with interesting cards that have no protection, but strong abilities. Toxin is a great example of this, as is Snudge. These cards are guys that really want to come in and do their thing at some point, but might not be able to. So in a deck with Speed Sigil, you get to always Snudge. You always get to Toxin. You always get to use this bad card. Or, let's see. You always get to Naughty the Thief. That sounds great. But the thing that Speed Sigil looks like it does is it also makes you faster Amber. It makes both players make faster Amber. That sounds like a race. That sounds like, oh, I'm going to be trying to go faster. I'm going to make 6 Amber faster. And that's why Speed Sigil is such a good tool for racing decks. I have this other deck. Let's go look at it with double Speed Sigil. That I've been playing this a lot on in person. It's got some chains. It should have more, but you know, tournaments. This one has the double Speed Sigil, but this one really is a racing deck. We have Lost in the Woods, Nocturnal Maneuver, Perilous Wiles, all these board state tools that get Amber, Nerve Blast, board state for Amber, Twin Bolt, board state for Amber, and then all of this filtering stuff. This deck, I still love this deck. I don't stop liking this deck because I have this new one. But this deck is trying to draw a lot of cards, things like Lab Work, with Phase Shift, with Master Plan. This deck is trying to race. This deck is trying to play as many cards as possible. And this deck, I don't think it is. I'll get to this guy in a second. I think this deck is actually trying to go a little bit slower and trying to be a little bit more methodical while still utilizing Speed Sigil so effectively. What's interesting about this deck is that I just bought this deck today on eBay. So if you're looking for it, it's gone. I got it. As you might know, in the one of our episodes, it's our only episode so far where Kiramode is the only person talking on it, and he has a lot of good tips and tools for finding decks on eBay online, and that's really great because that's kind of your deck builder. You can't just build decks in this game. You really have to find a deck or pull a deck or get to know a deck before you really get to play it well. You can't just build what you want. So one of his tools that we talked about is, you know, looking how to look for a deck that is similar built to what you want. We have Speed Sigils. Our thing that we wanted to look for, we wanted Speed Sigils, we wanted John Smith, or Megamouth. We found both. And then we found, we wanted some Dis. Well, we thought that Dis had the next best reap abilities on unprotectable units, Snudge and Toxin. So this was really what we were filtering for. Open all the decks with these houses, filter out everything that doesn't have Speed Sigils, then filter out everything that doesn't have your Mars cards you want, and then finally your Dis. And we found a couple. We found a couple decks that fit the bill, and then this one is the one that stuck out to me the most. What else was nice is that this deck was on bid for a couple days from now, It was at $8.50, and then the bid goes up for a week or whatever, and then it gets sold for some amount of money. I just placed a bid for 20 bucks. I said I would rather have this deck than any 2 packs that I might open. And I'll go by the store and I'll buy a pack every now and then. I did that on Monday, and I got this one here, which it's making me think. It's got this really interesting Restringuntist engine, I think, with the Sacrificial Altar. But we don't care about that, because it really, this deck that I bought didn't really do a lot for me. And this one here, I'm actually excited to play. And what I want to learn from this deck. So I don't think this is a tier 1 deck yet. I think there are a lot of tools in this deck that are going to teach me things about the game, and with the right playstyle might be tier 1. My question for this deck, and what we're going to find out today, I haven't put this on the table yet. Can Speed Sigil be an effective tool for a standard deck with a main support, main house, support house, and burst house? Let's talk about the list. Obviously, the 2 Speed Sigils are a focal point. It's nice to have 2 of them because we want them to be a focal point. But something I'm really interested about is this 8 creature Mars list with a Megamouth and a John Smith. This is going to hopefully get us a lot of Amber and give us a nice board state with this Dominator and this Shadow Self over here. We have 8 of these guys, so hypothetically we could be getting 10 Amber, 8 Amber a turn with the John Smith and all the other stuff. Over here we have this. We have our, what I consider to be the burst house of the deck. We have this nice Library of the Damned, along with, there's a backup and a Think Drome as other ways to archive your own stuff to make a little bit of hand smoothing. The Library of the Damned is just great. I think that's a good card. We're probably going to be putting Keyhammer under there because I don't like this card, but maybe it'll have a use. Maybe it'll surprise me one day. We'll see. There's no Amber control in the disc. I think outside of the Keyhammer, there's really no Amber control in the disc. But there's these double control the weeks, and I think there's going to be some cool plays where we play Hysteria and Fear into control the week. That seems pretty good. All 4 of these guys, I think are really going to be great with the Speed Sigil. I think every time you play Snudge or Toxin, you reap with it, and there's not going to be a ton of creatures reaping from discs. Rarely will you find 2 of them at once. And that's kind of nice for the Speed Sigil. It kind of smooths out so that you're always getting value out of the Speed Sigil, but never over reaping. Cool. I got Cure Mode on the phone telling me that my audio levels are okay. I've been working on the audio levels, and I hope that they turn out well. And what's nice is that I'm working with all of this music from Chill Hop that they provided me, and I'm not getting content ID flags anymore, so that's great. Moving on. Back to the deck. Something that I haven't mentioned yet is this Arise here. And I think that this is going to be a very important card of the deck. I think it's going to get archived with preference. And I think why is because of this amazing Mars board. This 8 Mars guy, Mars unit board is going to be very valuable to us because of this card right here. The first thing that we were looking at with this deck is where's the Amber control. We think we have the board state. But we were looking for the Amber control. You have these Marauders, which can hold some Amber for a time. These are always cute with Speed Sigils because they capture for each friendly ready Mars creature. With Speed Sigil, if they're the first guy, they come in ready, so they always capture 1. That's non-zero value. That is real value. But sometimes they capture more because we do have 8 guys. We also have this Bad Penny, which is nice. We have Magda the Rat, which is doing the same thing. But Amber control. Amber control. Nerve Blast, Relentless Whispers, Skeleton Key, Magda the Rat. Naughty the Thief is better Amber control than normal because of the Speed Sigil. The Marauders. Really, none of this is hard Amber control. I think that there's not a ton of tools in the Shadows list, as you might expect. There's no bait and switch. There's no too much to protect. There's no large steel cards. I think Marauder is the best that you can find. Mind Warper is not that bad either when you consider the Speed Sigil. And then we realized that this card is in the deck. And this isn't a card that you consider very often, but it is... I think that this card has an incredible amount of value to be gained, especially with the Speed Sigil. So the important thing to read about this card is it says your opponent loses 1 for each other friendly Mars creature. A lot of guys, like the Marauder, say friendly ready Mars creature, so you really have to have a survivable board to get more value out of him. The Disintegrator, however, if you play him with the speed, if you Arise for Mars, you put him down, he's ready because of Speed Sigil. You drop another 2, 3, 4 guys because you just played Arise. Maybe you had the Think Drone. Maybe you Hysteria'd the turn before. You put him down first and you action with him, you can very reasonably be taking an entire key away from your opponent. Taking 5 Amber from them is amazing. And this is not even considering the fact that he has Elusive, we have a Shadow Self, and a Dominator. This might be able to, like, we might get to a board state where we get to go 3 or 4 guys and disintegrate every Amber that they make. I think this is a real possibility that I'm very excited to see what happens. On another note, we have Phosphorus Stars, which is a nice thing to see in this thing with a Mars main house. I normally hate this card, but at least it is going to be synergistic with our game plan, so I'm not mad at that. I think Rated Amber has an Amber on it. I think it's not bad. I think Ammonia Clouds is going to wreck our own board, and we're not going to play it very often, but it's going to be a card that exists, I guess. It's an option. I'm very excited for this double Hysteria, and Hysteria into Control of the Weak just seems really, really dirty. It feels like you can make them pick up 4 or 5 Sanctum guys and then control them into playing their Brobnar house or something they don't want to play. And with 2 of each of them, it seems more consistent. I kind of like this bounce to hand, control the weak, synergy. I also am looking for a time where I don't have a disc creature to abuse Speed Sigil with, and then I play Hysteria to bounce my own Snudge, Reap with Snudge, bounce Snudge, play him again, Sigil him again, get all their artifacts. It's going to be great. Fear can't bounce my guys, but whatever. Speaking of bouncing their artifacts, we have this Snecklifter, which I think is one of the cards that doesn't fit in with the theme of the deck, which is Speed Sigil, but I think is going to be phenomenal because we have double Hysteria and Arise. I think, and we even have Library of the Damned. We have this Think Drome, and I would be happy to put the Snecklifter away with the Think Drome. Maybe that'll happen. I don't really know, but I'm very excited for this card. I've gotten wrecked by this with this deck here, with these Speed Sigils, and with the Master Plan, with the Nephthene Seed. Snecklifter can be really good. I think this deck has all the tools. I think this deck has all of the potential. Let's stop talking about it. Let's start playing it. Couple people hanging out. Let's go casual. Maybe this is a casual deck. I don't know. What's the name? Cannibal Guinevere. Here we are. I'm also excited to just have a very good Mars house. Let's do the not looking at their list game. We are trying to learn about my list. Okay, that tab closed. We're trying to learn about my list. So let's just play the game. Let's not do a bunch of analysis into what they're trying to do. I will open their list for later. Don't look at it. Let's say hi. Okay, what does this hand texture look like? I just drew this hand and I realized I don't know what I want from a starting hand. I think I want to mulligan for Speed Sigil. Isn't that right? Also, look at how not great this looks. This hand is already unsavory. Let's try again. Okay, I'm a fan of this hand. I can roll with this. So, on a more logistical note, I am going away. I'm going away on Saturday. I'm going away for 2 weeks to Italy. I haven't been, and I'm very excited. Job is in a very interesting low point where I'm between 2 different job sites. So this is a nice period of time that I can take off without too much going wrong. And, yeah. Okay. What do we want them to do? Okay, let's just make them... Yeah, let's just go dis. I could play these guys. I don't think it's necessary. Let's make them go Sanctum. Let's go make them go Untamed. There's a lot of Untamed cards that they might want to, like, they want a Hunting Witch a bigger turn or something. Oh, you see, maybe they don't have a bunch of Hunting Witch cards. Maybe they do. Yeah, that was great. Now we get to steal their Amber. This seems pretty good. We get to Whisper their Witch. If I didn't have the Whisper there, that would be bad. But, you know, maybe there was other Sanctum and discards that they wanted to play and get a bigger Hunting Witch off. But they didn't. I don't know. I feel like, you know, early control of the week, it's a guess. But I made an educated guess. Sanctum cards normally don't mind just coming down and doing their thing. Hello, Snudge. Hello, Double Snudge. That's bad. Okay. So we're up against Double Snudge. I wonder what tools we have to deal with it. I don't see a ton of it. Ammonia Clouds doesn't get us there. I think it really has to be Speed Sigil things. Ugh. Or we are smart about what we put on the side. So we want to keep our Disintegrator on the side, and certainly the I think I want to go Mars. I want to play 4 cards. I want to put the Dominator next to the Shadow Self. So you can't really fight into this. I want to put the Mega Mouth. Oh, you know what? This is just all going to be sad. I just don't want to get... none of this is going to be very happy. Yeah, Double Snudge is going to be very hard to deal with. Hard removal is in our Dis house. We're looking for Hysterias. Radiated Amber and Ammonia Clouds. Like, I didn't want to use these cards. A Pawn Sacrifice? Gross. I'm already unhappy. I don't think it's... I think it's a thing to do with Double Snudge. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to set up a large... Arise is what we're going to do. We're just going to get Arise. We're gonna play a really good Arise. It's going to be great. Or maybe we erase him. Nope, nope. I'm about to lose my whole board. This is bad. This is bad. Fight. Okay, fighting into Shadow Self. Killing it. Bouncing. Gross. Okay. I don't think the deck is wrong. I think Double Snudge is good. I think that's what's happening. Let's play as many cards as we can. Let's go Dis and start putting things in the archive. He's just going to keep saying Dis until I answer him. And at the moment, I don't have a good way to answer him. I don't like that. I don't like not being able to answer him. I want to go find my answers. I found Hysteria. I don't know if that's a good enough answer, because his Snudges can still walk all over my board. If he goes Dis, Snudge fight into the Marauder and Toxin, the other 2 guys go back to my hand, and suddenly I can't draw enough cards to find the Speed Sigil. Oh, this is unsavory. This is not good. At some point... we are going to need to find the Speed Sigil to have a chance. I haven't been making Amber for like 3 turns. Maybe he doesn't go Dis. He did find... Okay, he goes Untamed. That's cool. He's reaping. Try to get to... He's going to get to 6. Okay. Oh, wait, this was dumb of him. Oh, no, it was fine. I was going to say I can attack with Overlord Grekking and it's going to be fine. But that's not true. That's not true at all. It's not fine. He has Double Snudge and 8 Amber. And a Hunting Witch. And I have to do something. I don't want to do anything. Ugh. I think we need to find our trick. Which means we go for the throat. We can't stop him. We can't stop his key. This deck doesn't even do that. We say Dis. We don't take our archive. I think we So we have to Toxin before we Hysteria. I would like to hit one of these 3 guys with Toxin, but that's not how the math works out. That's too bad. We get a guy, some dude. We will put another Shadows card away. We will play Hysteria. We will put Toxin back down, and we will hope we draw a good card. We didn't. Okay, I think we lose this game. I think he... Yeah. I don't see a good path over double Snudge right now. That's too bad. That's really too bad. I also gave him the Hunting Witch back. I guess that Hunting Witch going back is fine. Hunting Witch had to be off the board. Huh. There was a different turn there where I fight Marauder into Hunting Witch, play these 2 guys, and then back one of them up. But then I just lose my whole board because they fight into the Megamouth, bounce the John Smith, reap with the Snudge, bounce the Library. Doesn't work. Snudge is so good. There's this other deck that we were playing in a stream or 2 ago that Cure Mode lent me. It was a deck that I said, oh, it's all about a puzzle. It's a whole thing where we don't know what the deck is going to do yet, but you got to play it to find out. And that deck felt really cool. It had double Snudge in it, and double Snudge carried the game. Don't take my cards. Play all my cards. We're going to put the backup on the Megamouth, because if he fights into the Megamouth, then I get it back. And the Megamouth is most likely to be fought into instead of just bounced to my hand due to it not having elusive, and this guy being a dork. Okay, what can we do? We can key hammer him someday. I think we still play Library of the Damned, keep archiving our Shadows cards, and go for a big Sneck Lifter or something. Like, there's got to be a big something. Probably big bad penny in the archive. Reap. Reap. Too bad. He's at 6. Yeah, I guess we're just doing our thing. Nope. If we found Speed Sigil, this whole game is different. This whole game just becomes different if we find the Speed Sigil. Not if we find the Speed Sigil, but if we had found it. At this point, it's a little late. At this point, he's a key ahead, and he doesn't really have any infrastructure. It might not be too late. He does have to keep declaring dis, and he just represented that he has no more discards in his hand. If he doesn't declare dis, I get his Snudges. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is fine. Okay. Fight, bounce, bounce. Got it. Maybe this isn't over. He's going to forge again. But... oh, we have ammonia clouds now. Maybe we don't even play the phosphorus stars. I really don't want to lose those chains. I need to be drawing the right cards. Yeah, I think we just keep drawing cards. Don't take archives. Get rid of this Snudge. That was your fault for weakening him. I can't play this card. He's not going to declare... I don't think he's going to declare Dis with no cards in hand and a 3 damage Snudge. He's going to declare Sanctum. Watch. Make a key, declare Sanctum. Look at me, I'm ahead. I'm just going to go Sanctum. And I am not going to draw my 2 Speed Sigils, which is fine, I guess. I would also like to draw one of these 2 cards, but instead I draw Fear, which is... oh, you know what? Maybe I get back into this game with a Rise. Oh, this is how we get back in the game. Okay, this deck has comeback potential. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful right now. No, you wouldn't. That wasn't nice. You really just reaped. Okay, this is fine with me. Can I get to 6? Maybe I put Snudge in his hand. Am I going to regret that? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm going to put Snudge in his hand. Our whole archive is going to be Shadows cards. It's going to be fine. The reason we do this is now we have the Snudge. But more importantly, we have a Megamouth that's actually ready. You're going to go away. And Megamouth is what's going to trigger one of these two guys and flip the game back in our favor. That's the new plan. Something. If he doesn't play any threats, maybe I go... Oh, yeah. Look. Oh, this is going to be tasty. Ready? Do we steal Nephtine's Seed? Maybe. We do have this neck lifter he doesn't know about. Yeah. Watch this turn. Oh, this is the turn we've been waiting for. You ready? Okay, we go Shadows. We have to do this in the right order. Take our archive. We play Speed Sigil first. We'll play 2 of them because that's negligible. We have to play our guy we want to be ready. So we play Naughty. Yeah, he does the coolest stuff. We play Snecklifter to the right flank, I guess. Grab the seed. We could pop this for the Relentless Whispers, but we're going to play you. And you. And you. Okay, so we have 2 options. I want to pop this. I do want to pop this. We could get Shadow Self and put it next to the Megamouth. I think that's the better option because we can steal his Amber and fight with the Silvertooth anyway. We don't want to be declaring Shadows anymore. So there is this greedy play of the Relentless Whispers and then double Reap. I think that is too greedy. I think the better play is to fight. I think we take his Amber with the action. I think we use your thing. You can go. I want this Shadow Self back, please. And I want to protect my Megamouth. Okay, this is my game now. I'm going to control the rest of this game. Maybe I do just go Shadows. Yeah, that's fine. Play your dumb Gatekeeper. Now what? Shield of Justice. Nothing. Reliquary. Nothing. Reaps. Fights into Snudge. That's probably fine. It's pretty good. Inspiration. Ready and fight into... Can't be Megamouth. I protected him. Don't fight Snecklifter. Don't fight Penny? I don't know. He fights Overlord Grecking. I like that play. Because now he can't be messed with. That's fine. Okay. We found a Rise. And we lost Snudge. So... that means I still would think we want to put the Mars guys on the table. He's not representing a large amount of Amber, so we don't need to go for this Disintegrator play. We just need to do incremental plays that get his stuff off the board. He's going to bounce my Shadow stuff, and then we'll go back to Shadows. I want to get his guys off the table. I guess I can still fight with the Grecking. That's still fine. And then I can Arise for all my guys. Oh, look, we'll Arise for Dis and get 3 guys. That's still fine. Okay, we go Mars. Yeah. Okay. Way early on in this game, we talked about John Smith and Megamouth, and there's some fancy math you can do to make all this happen a ton. Hold on, watch. Okay, here, this is a long time coming. Reap with you. Fight with you. Reap with you. Ready you. Reap with you. Action you. Steal. That was 5 actions off of 2 guys in a Speed Sigil. We do this all before the Marauder. The Marauder comes last because we wanted to steal with the Naughty instead of capturing it onto the Marauder. Now it's our Amber. Now what you gonna do? You have that Gateway. I have Arise. We're about to Arise for 4 guys and maybe do something fancy. Of course we're going to do something fancy. We're always going to be fancy. Play Gateway. I dare you. I dare you. Pit Demon. Oh, you are going to regret all of this. You thought you were ahead of me. That is not the case. We are dis today. Yeah. We are playing a rise for dis to get all 3 of our other dis guys back. There's only 4. There's only 4 dis guys. We talked about this. But they are just really good when they hit the table. We are... we do want to reap 1, but we're not going to. That's too bad. Because we're taking his snudge. Oh, we're going to reap with his snudge. Your snudge will be my amber. On the left, Daisy's here. Oh, why is he not ready? Oh, that's too bad. I'm thinking of the Harlan Mine Lock, which is fine. If you want to take your 2 guys and fight into me, that's fine with me. Discard Hysteria. Library of the Damned to make my deck a little bit smoother. We'll put Mars away. No, we'll put Magda the Rat away. He's more situational. Oh, I kind of wanted to reap there. That's too bad. I probably should have reaped with something. I was being a little greedy. I should have played my snudge, done something. Hi, Daisy. Yeah, probably should have played my snudge. It's fine. Like, my board is still disgusting. If I get another turn off with yeah, like, what are you going to Nocturnal Maneuver? Probably 3 of my disc guys. Probably snudge. Oh, he's afraid of his hand. He wants to protect his hand. Oh, and he bounced 3 artifacts to my hand. Really? Just those 2? Oh, he only bounced the 2 because he doesn't want me to get the amber back from Speed Sigil. I don't even think that's right. Okay. Don't go dis. Probably go Mars and do all of my disgusting Mars things. Okay. Fine with me. Okay. Don't grab Archive. Play Mind Warper because we're going to do his action. Right? Probably. Megamouth will reap. We will choose Naughty the Thief to steal an amber. We're going to John Smith this Megamouth to reap with Snudge to bounce one of his things. But I think we want to, before we do that, put a thing onto the Pit Demon. Now we can reap here, get an amber, put Pit Demon in your hand. Now I have your amber. Reap with Marauder because it's more amber for me. Play Thinkdrome. So I'm noticing my board is really big. It wasn't to begin with, but now it is. I don't think I've got any other actions. I'm at 12 amber. He's at 2. And something interesting is that I think that, like, I'm not playing around a board wipe. I don't know if he has one or not. He certainly hasn't played it if he hasn't. Oh, Gatekeeper again. I don't think I bounced him to begin with. Is he going to go to 6? Do I have to do fancy Mars things to make sure he doesn't go to 7 or 8? Oh no, I've got a Great Shadows turn coming up. He's not dealing with my board. This is his fault for not dealing with my board. He should have found the gateway in his deck if he has it. I'm just going to assume he has it because good players have the right cards. Okay. Let's do Efficient Shadows things while I talk about the Efficient Shadows things. Yeah, we'll take Magda the Rat. Why not? Magda's great. It's going to steal 2. We'll start with Reaping Bad Penny. Then we'll Pawn Sacrifice Bad Penny to kill both of his efficiency guys. Bye-bye. We will play some guys. I want to steal your amber, sir. Steal your amber, sir. Play Skeleton Key, because that's a card. Play Nerve Blast. We'll put it on the Terror. Will we? This is probably more relevant. I intend to win without getting this 7 amber back, ironically. I don't know if that's ironic, but it's very funny that that's not part of my game plan. Because I've got my board. My board is so much bigger than his. Reap. 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 Play to the right. 2 of my colors steal his amber. I can steal it with Mind Warper and guys and stuff. And I've got this Naughty who's been doing work. I've got the Skeleton Key. I've got this card that I don't want to play. So, in this situation, I've come back, I think. I've definitely come back on Amber count and board state. The hard part is making sure that we forge faster than him. And that's a problem. This key to dis is going off. There is no way around that. And he's probably going to do it after he reaps his whole board. We need to make sure that he doesn't forge his last key before I forge my last key. Which probably involves a lot of steal. Oh, he can't key to dis. He has no miasma unless it's a Maverick. He isn't at 6. And if he pops that key, I've made more amber than him. I can't currently get back my Think Drone, which is my Disintegrator, which would be great here. Like, it's that thing we were talking about where Think Drone is awesome. Play Mars. Where can I take the most amber from him? Oh, I can take a lot of board state with him with the snudges. Oh, I can put the key to dis in his hand. That's kind of cute. Grecking can fight into the Pit Demon because I don't want to deal with that. I can control the weak into Untamed. Oh, no. Let's not lose. Let's not lose. Start with Toxins. He has Key Charge in his hand. We lose to Key Charge. We're going to make him play Sanctum. So we don't lose to Key Charge. Haha. I've figured out your plan. I don't need more amber, so we can start being a little bit aggressive. I don't want your Pit Demon on the table. Go away. You are playing Sanctum next turn, which means I probably should have fought a little bit smarter, but that's fine. We're going to put the Gatekeeper not in your hand. Let's not make that mistake. We'll put the Key to Dis in your hand, because that's an Omni effect, and whether or not you want to play it, I don't want you to do what you want to do. I want you to do what I want you to do. Take away your other blue cards. Is that everything? Play this. He's not at 6, he doesn't forge. I'm at 12, I'm threatening forging. Did I just come back? Did this deck do something? It was on the turn, it was Speed Sigil happened also. Oh, am I gonna get doorstepped? Yeah, I should have told him to play this. Gatekeeper reaps. Reliquary comes back down. Epic Quest isn't going to be enough, I don't think. There are cute... What? There are cute plays where if he had the Whispering Reliquary, he could have bounced his own things and Epic Quested stuff. But now I've got to deal with this Gatekeeper again. Will I play Mars? We start with the Radiated Amber. We play this dude, who's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amber. Let's do Megamouth things first. We can't put the thing back in his hand. We can't put this back in his hand because we'll keep losing. And that would be bad. Okay, we're just going to double snudge his artifacts. That's fine with me. Oh, he's got another Gatekeeper. That's too bad. He's just going to keep gatekeepering me. Okay. We will keep taking his amber then. Make his amber my amber. Yeah, I just have to keep doing all the things that make his amber my amber. Because I'm not going to win, because he's going to play Sanctum. And I can't let him have that Epic Quest back. So I have to reap, ready, reap here. I hope I don't lose to Key Charge. Put that back in his hand because he could pick up the Epic Quest and do more Sanctum things. Oh, this is starting to suck. reap with you. We're going to do cute things where we put the Marauder away and get to use him again later. I think I messed up this Marauder. I did it for one. I kind of wanted to do it for more. Oh, it's himself. I did mess up this Marauder. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. I still stopped him from forging. I don't need this card. Is that everything? My board is gigantic, but we are using our very strange, yet somehow effective tools to stop him from winning. This Gatekeeper, though. Blinding Light stuns Mars. That's so bad. He's just gonna keep reaping for like a little bit at a time. This is so rough. I really have to keep the Gatekeepers, because this Reliquary is gonna bounce the Epic Quest and make... Oh, I guess it doesn't grab him another Gatekeeper in the same turn. Okay. Okay, there is a plan. If I find the Disintegrator, then my plan becomes a lot cooler. But I'm putting him under a ton of pressure. And the only way this is working, he's doing weird Sanctum loops. Look at all this Amber. Look, this deck is working. Oh. What's up, Dayton? How you doing, buddy? I've been focusing on the game. And this game went from a very bad position to a very good position. This game shouldn't be going this long either. Time or turns. But we persevere. We say shadows. We do not take archives. We start with the Whispers onto Gabos to take an Amber. We continue with Naughty to take an Amber. We continue with Skeleton Key on this big boy to take an Amber. We go with Pawn Sacrifice. We reap here. I think we've almost exhausted his deck, which means that I don't think there's any threats of me over reaping. He hasn't shown the doorstep yet, so like maybe it's not there. All right, time to get rid of your guy. Go away. I did that almost out of spite. I really don't need to be at 25 Amber, but here we are. Oh, that didn't need to be next to the Dominator. But it's fine. As long as he's not at 6. Like, I've made 27 Amber on top of my 2 keys, on top of the 9 he has. And I haven't won, and that's fine. Like, not winning is fine. But there is a point where it becomes a little bit silly that he's looping into me. What has he got on Dis? He's played Dis. Charette for 3. It's not enough. Schuler, not enough. The Terror, definitely not triggering. Wow. You're playing auto chess? Oh man. That are they gonna make that its own game now? Okay. Wow, going back and watching this game over, I was down 2 keys, and then I found Speed Sigil, and the game was mine. The game became entirely mine. Granted, let's look at his deck. He had 2 Hand of Disc, which were good. He had this board wipe, which he couldn't get off, and the double Schuler, which was gross. But I was very efficiently dealing with his board. He was never going to get an Epic Quest off because of his board composition. I was playing around a key charge that wasn't there, which I think was a fair play. I think getting around key charge... I've lost games like that to key charge, where I just can't close it out. And dumb Epic Quest games made me not get it. I was very in control of that game. Wow. Okay, let's play another game. Hopefully it's quicker. Maybe this deck doesn't play quick games. Competitive. Because this deck is certainly showing its promise. I'm very excited for it. Cool. All right, things are working. Things are going. Okay, so let's keep talking about our list. I I think a big part of that was not getting board wiped. Like I think I won that game a lot on merit of him not having the tools to beat me, rather than me winning it on my own. But things I did notice is I actually had the key control that I needed. Towards the end of that game there, I had all the repeated key control I needed, despite it being a little strange. Mind Warper, Marauders, Skeleton Key, Naughty the Thief, all of these guys played their part. The Keyhammer did not. Keyhammer's still bad. Nerve Blast, Relentless Whispers. I even did the thing where Snecklifter stole his really awesome toy, and then I used it for the Shadow Self, which was... It protected the Megamouth, which was great. That was its job. Shadow Self protect Megamouth. I lost somebody else instead. That was its job. And I didn't need to Relentless Whispers in the time. But, like, I went through the whole deck. I found all the cards. None of them felt bad except for Keyhammer. You should feel bad. You are bad, and you should feel bad. Keyhammer. Library of the Damned was an incredible tool to get me out of that weird situation and help me dig for the Speed Sigil. And turns out the deck that we wanted Speed Sigil to work in became useful when Speed Sigil. Yeah, hi Paul. Basically, I was behind 2 keys and just weird board state stuff. He did double snudge into not playing cards. He had 2 snudges and bounced my board and said pass. And I had all these guys that had 2 and 3 health, which were good guys. And if I had the Speed Sigil on the board, it would have got his snudge off the board. And then I found a little bit of room to kill one of his snudges. He still reaped with the 1 snudge and passed, bouncing my board. And then made 2 keys, and I like did some slow plays with Library of the Damned. He kept bouncing my units and kept my Library of the Damned on the board. And then I found the Speed Sigils, and then I took all 4 Shadows cards out of my archive, dropped them down, stole the rest of his Amber, and the entire game flipped around. He didn't have a board wipe that was relevant, and that really, I had a gigantic board. Okay, here's the new game. We're against JQ Talbot, Chemico del Sapere, another non-English deck. Let's say hi, and we're not going to look at his list. We're going to open it. In a new tab, it's up here, but we don't want to look at it yet. We're going to play blind again, because that's fun. Okay, here's an opening hand. I don't love it, because we're only playing 1 card. Playing Snudge is a false thing, because I would like to have other discards to play with the Snudge. Also, it's our Burst House. We don't need that. Playing any of these 3 guys doesn't really do me much. Playing the Shadow Self just gets hit, and it's not going to protect anything relevant. I want Speed Sigil. We don't find Speed Sigil. Good luck. Alright. We find Naughty the Thief? I don't know. I guess we find Skeleton Key. Get it out there. It's slow. Let's just play out our cards. We are digging until we find the right cards. Okay. Kill your Silvertooth with Ammonia Clouds. Play all of our cards. He got things out of the Sigil. So, Paul, he got things out of the Sigil. But you'll see that, one, I got a lot more. One of the big things that what'd I do? What happened? What's going on? Oh, play. One of the big things that I got was my Overlord Grekking came down and stole his Snudge, and I played my Snudge, and I had a bigger board. I had a very large Arise into Grekking, into double Snudge, Toxin. It's not that he didn't get anything out of the Sigil. The point of Sigil is that this deck is going to get more than you out of Sigil. You're going to have guys that are expecting to get their value over time, but I have the Grekking, I have the Snudge, I have the Toxin, I have Disintegrator, I have Naughty the Thief. These are guys that really want to take advantage of Sigil. Okay, recapping. Lost in the Woods gets rid of my 2 guys. Niflheim comes down. Just posturing right now. Oh, let's steal a Subtle Maul. Play you. Play Snecklifter. Mine, please. You don't need that card. You don't need Gongoozle. Play Penny. Play this. Reap. Take your thing on the Snecklifter. Roger. Okay, yeah. No, I had a gigantic comeback that game. It felt really cool because the deck won on the merits that we wanted it to win on. It won because of Speed Sigil, which is what we were kind of hoping for. Okay. I have a cute play here. I think it might be cuter than it is good. We could play Hysteria. Grab Snecklifter. Take his things. I don't like that. I kind of want to be in control of this key to this, but I think what's more important is to get our Speed Sigil down. I want to make as much amber as possible. He has shadows. He might have bait. Haven't looked at his list. But look at my guys. I have great cards. If I get a bunch of amber and he steals half of it, I play this and he loses it all. And you just can't stop that. So, we'll go shadows. We're going to play Speed Sigil. We're going to take your card. You don't need that. That's a very good card to go with Speed Sigil. If I had an untamed side of the deck, I would want Witch of the Eye in it, at least as a 2x. I mean, I want it as a 2x. Oh, I won. Oh. Okay. Well, the deck was working. Look, so I reap for 5. I reap for 4. Nerve Blast my guy. Reap for another one. Now I'm at like 9. And then even if he keyed to dis and let's see what was in his deck. He had the Gateway. He didn't have... Oh, he had triple Subtle Maul? Maybe I'll steal all his Subtle Mauls? Wow. I think he's tilted because of the Subtle Maul. That was supposed to be his fun toy, but it's my fun toy. Okay. Hey, Paul, where did you hear about us from? Also, if my stream is like lagging or something, it's yellow. I don't know what yellow means, but let me know if anything's wrong, if the audio is anything off. Oh, look, all the pictures are in now. I see. Something was a little off. Maybe it's better? Who knows? Okay, new game. Yeah, Paul, where'd you come from? Where'd you find out about us? Oh, and if you didn't come in at the start, then I took like 20 minutes or something talking about this deck, where I got it. I just got it today. I got it on eBay. Kieran and I were talking about strategies and Speed Sigil specifically, and this is kind of the result of that. Awesome, Roger. Good to... Okay, we're not looking at the list. Listening to the podcast. I'm glad that it's drawing people in. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're keeping this hand. Ready? We're going to drop Speed Sigil, and then we're just going to start. We're just going to play all of our squishy guys next to the Dominator. We're never going to declare not Mars. This game is going to go great. Rather, this is the fast version of the deck. Ready? Bah. How are you gonna play with this? Sir Y. Hulian? Hulian. Shizu. Go Sanctum. Play Gorm. Oh. Now I want to Snecklifter that. Don't Gorm my Speed Sigil. I have 2 of them. Play all of your armor. Do I want to Phosphorus Stars? Yeah, I'll Phosphorus Stars. 2 cards for 2 dudes. That's fine. Play Stars. What do I want to reap with? Is the answer Dominator? Maybe. Is it Disintegrator? Make you lose all of your amber? Or just take 1? I think taking 1 is better now. Play Mind Warper first. Play Dominator. Now we action. Onto the Grey Monk. Play you. Play you on the left. Ordering, I want my 2 squishiest guys to be next to this. I think this will die before this dies, so I want... Oh, I was wrong. Oh, you didn't read this guy. Oh, that's too bad. This guy is significantly stronger. That's too bad for you. I think he's significantly stronger. But also, you wanted to squeeze over nicely, and that didn't squeeze over like I thought it would, but here we are. So, oh look. You're going to steal all of my amber. That's too bad. Play Miasma. You're at 4? It'd be nice if you could stay at 4, wouldn't it? Mars. I really want to play this card, but I totally can't. I really have to get rid of it because I can't wipe my board. Play you. Action, lose 4 amber. Lose 3 amber. Still good. Reap. Do I want to put you back in my hands to hold on to you? Make sure you don't die? Nah. We're gonna draw cards. Remove stun. Reap. Ready. Fight. Yeah, why not? We're not trying to race right now. I can't. I could have hit Bulwark, but they're stunned. I don't want his Umbra to be getting more value, I guess. I think he's probably reading this card now. I gave him. I said hi, right? Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Paul. Sorry I didn't see you go. I would be content, excuse me, declaring Mars for most of this game, for possibly the rest of this game, but I want to draw a few more cards, I guess. I want to play Shadows on a turn where this Relentless Whispers is going to do something, and with the Grey Monk, I don't think that's going to happen soon. Is he choosing his house? Yeah. I think I'm putting him in a weird spot with the Disintegrator. I mean, I've taken 3 amber from him. That is already valuable. Hi, Daisy. Hello. You hanging out? Honey. All right. Do not step on that. All right, step over. What a good cat. She's such a good cat. Okay, you gonna hang out with me? This is her co-pilot chair. She sits in that chair sometimes and just curls up over here while I play games. Gorm of gets Speed Sigil, realizes it's a problem. About time. But uses it before playing a guy. Interesting. What is going on? Oh, Mars. He's playing Mars, but it doesn't matter yet. Interesting. Maybe he's just getting rid of his bad cards? I don't know why he would kill the Speed Sigil first and not play a guy and then kill it. Little does he know, I have another Speed Sigil. Rough for him. EMP Blast. Okay. Stuns all my Mars creatures and destroys all the artifacts. That's unfortunate. I guess I got rid of both of the tools I didn't know he had in the same shot. He's only at 2 amber, and his Mars turn is a little disappointing. Let's also be disappointed because, let's see, 1, 2 is a Reap, 3, 4. I could get to 6. I think we're going to do that. I think going Shadows gets us to 6. I think it puts on pressure. Unfortunately, I have to hit my own Snack Lifter, or my Silvertooth with the Relentless Whispers, but it's worth it, I think. Drawing the most cards. Ooh! This is kind of a nice hand. With the Speed Sigil out, with... Do I like this hand? Hysteria does clear up all of my stun tokens. Yeah, this hand is fine. I probably play Hysteria into some sort of annoying board that he plays. I probably snudge an artifact he plays, maybe. I don't know. There are also games where I think you snudge your own speed sigil when you're intending to go Shadows next. Hold on, who are you fighting? He wants to fight one of these guys. He should have fought with Nexus first if he wants to kill him. There are games where you snudge first. And like put your speed sigil in your hand and then go Shadows next. Umbra fights Dominator. See, he should be fighting differently. But he did stop my key. That's good for him. I don't have any cute play effects, but I have Snudge. So what we can do, we certainly play this. We play Library. We want to do as much damage to him as possible. So we can kill Umbra. Yeah. Do we need to reap with this Snudge? Not necessarily, but we can. Reaping with Snudge gets us to 7. I think that's a little better. I think I can let him have this Umbra. I'm not mad at that. Play you on the right. I want to be at 7, please. You can go away. Now we play Hysteria. Go to hand. Now we play Toxin, Snudge. In that order because I think it's more nuanced than the other way. The other way is symmetrical, and that's less fun. You're not playing Dis, no hand of Dis. I don't know. Something about the asymmetricality of it gives me more options. I can put the Dominator next to the Snudge, and that's what I wanted all along. I actually want the Dominator next to John Smith and the Disintegrator, but that's besides the point. Oh, look, I get to do the Disintegrator play again. I really get to do that every time I declare Mars. But I get to do it with John Smith. Oh, this deck has such a great high end. Like, the high end of this deck is just degenerate things with this core. Dominator, John Smith, Megamouth. Ooh. Wait a second. Have I miscounted something? No, I didn't. I thought there were only 7 guys. But no, there's 8. One of them is just dead. I didn't remember him dying. But he's dead. Reap! Use my library! I can't use my library. Oh no! It's pretty good. Especially when I'm under miasma. It's too bad. Do I play Dis here? Even though I can't library. I wish I could library. If I could library, I might Dis. Oh. Nope. Nope. Got a Mars. Because I don't want him to forge. And we are going to protect both John Smith and the Disintegrator, I think. Yep. We're going to take 3 of his Amber away. Play you on the right. To be ready. Play you on the left. Play you on the right. Play you on the right. Reap here. You can fight, but you would die. Just checking if this is a Shadow Self, it means a different thing. Reap. Ready. Action. Take 3 Amber away. That's 6 Amber you've lost. Just lost. On 2 actions of mine. That I wanted to do anyway. It's disgustingly strong. It's incredibly strong. It's so good. Oh, and now I get to Grecking with my Speed Sigil, take his Umbra or his really cool Nexus. Wow, this is just really bad for him. And now, like, you can't keep declaring Shadows, so these guys aren't going to get value. You have, oh no, he has Bulwark. Maybe I'll take his Bulwark or his Grey Monk. Grecking, yo. Control the weak, make him go one of the houses he doesn't want to go. Oh, control the weak. Also MVP today. I think MVP in this deck is... Ooh. Oh, he's got Horsemen. That's why the deck is cool. Play. You can fight with everything. Look at you. Umbra can fight. Nexus might not want to fight. Maybe he fights into John Smith. Nope, can't. Maybe he fights somewhere smart. I don't know. Grecking is going to make him sad. So will Control the Weak, but that's besides the point. We're also going to double Toxin him. What does he not want to, like, what does he want to do? Fights Umbra into Snudge. Wants to kill Snudge. Is most afraid of Snudge. Okay. Fine with me. Bulwark fights into Snudge. Is he that afraid of Snudge? You're fighting out of order to get rid of him? Oh, nope. He wants his hand. I think these guys are over-prioritized. They're not Succubus. These guys have to be... I have to declare Dis in order to get that guy. And I have a much better Mars turn on board. Fight into Thinkdrome, saved because of armor. Okay. Here comes me. I mean, I am going to play Dis. Here comes Grekking on the left. Here comes Grekking into Grey Monk. Like, what do I want to take here? The Bulwark? Probably the Bulwark. Do I want to make him play Mars? Yeah, he's going to play Mars today. Oh, I made a key. Hey, look, I made a key. It was so easy. We're going to make him play Mars. He has no Mars board. We're going to spend 2 turns wrecking his board. So we'll make him play Mars. We will put... I kind of want this guy. No, I want this guy. We're going to get Grey Monk, I think. Nah, man, we'll get Bulwark. Maybe we'll get both, but we'll definitely get Bulwark. He's going to do... No, we'll get Grey Monk so that I take less damage on Grekking. Put him over here. Now he's mine. Now Umbra doesn't have armor and stuff. We will put somebody in your hand, certainly. Oh, I get to use this card? This card's great. Nerve Blast. The situational card? Or the card I want to save, I guess? I don't know. Okay, we'll just play you on Nexus. Maybe I don't steal you, but you lose Dusk Runner. That seems value. We'll Reap with you. We'll put Bulwark in your hand. We'll Reap with you. Get rid of Bulwark. Ammonia Clouds. Oh, I'm glad I got rid of that. I didn't want to get hit with that. Oh, he beat him. He left. Oh, what is this game? What is this deck? Is he back? Is this deck that good? Am I just playing it well? Like, it turns out getting Toxin, Snudge, Grekking, and Disintegrator on the turn you play them takes away any downside that they may have had. The way that they're balanced is by having to wait a turn and being vulnerable for a turn. Excuse me. But without that, like, yeah, he's getting his Umbra. He is getting value. Like, it is a symmetrical effect, right? Stream discussion. No one's in the Discord, right? If anyone's in the Discord, someone needs to let me know. I want to make that a thing, but I don't quite understand it. Speed Sigil. Yeah, he's getting value off of Umbra. Yeah, he was getting value off of other Umbra, I guess. And other guys that I killed and stuff, and the Grey Monk, and I Hysteria'd him, which was also great. Hysteria feels great in this deck. Like, as opposed to a board wipe with chains. I don't want the chain board wipes. I want the ones that make me play my guys again, because they have play effects, not reap effects. And, like, Grekking walks in and grabs your guy. It just feels great. Or it feels really bad. But, into Control the Weak. Look at this. I'm going to call this a Burst House. Because a lot of these cards you really do want to hold on to. But it feels like this becomes more of a support house when you have the Speed Sigil. These are all of my tools to get him. I guess maybe this is the Burst House. I guess I have been religiously archiving the Shadows cards. I do want to play the Speed Sigil, and the Skeleton Key isn't getting me a lot of value. But things like Magda the Rat, things like Relentless Whispers, Nerve Blast, Sneck Lifter. This is my Burst House. Okay. Very clearly main house is Mars. Burst House is Shadows. Support House is Dis. And Keyhammer is the non-MVP. I don't think this guy's coming back. I think I won. Let's look at his deck. What did he have? Look at all of his EMP blasts. He still had one. He had Gorm of Om. This is really too bad having 3 artifacts in Sanctum with double EMP blast. None over here, which I guess is nice. He does have the Nexus. A lot of, yeah, he has the bait and switch and double miasma. And the Horseman. Look at me, I got a Horseman deck, and I'm going to get bait and switch miasma Horseman. That's my deck. What a bad Mars house, though. I think this card is garbage. It is bad early game. And then it's like, okay, mid game, it kills a guy. I'd rather kill a guy than put it in the archive, but it's a thing. Not a ton of amber on his cards. Soft landing should be squawkers. This should have an amber. Squawker shouldn't. Gonna get off of that topic. I mean, these are good cards, but they're... I don't want to play this house. I don't want to play Ammonia Clouds into this Shadows board. None of these guys appreciate getting hit with Ammonia Clouds. There's no real... I mean, Pawn Sacrifice is a good card, I guess. Grabber Jammer is a great card, but there's only 4 guys here. How often are you going to get soft landing into these guys without any archive abilities? It looked like, I mean, based on this game, he was just kind of playing cards. Board wipe? Again, no board wipe? Too bad. Alright, let's try again. 0 for 2, but who's counting? Alright, I won. Oh, look. What a jerk. Let's watch. Oh, it's the other guy. It's these 2 guys. He found his subtle malls. I beat both of these guys. This is a gross turn 1, though. Wow. You're done. You're just done. Oh, sorry, friend. Okay. I guess anyone who gets high rolled with 3 subtle malls and the Ember Imp protected by the Shadow Self, that's just over. That's how you high roll with the deck. I mean, I guess in that position, Snecklifter can get me out of it, but the Shadow Self Ember Imp is a rough thing. Ember Imp is a good card. That card probably shouldn't exist. It might be balanced, but it's really good. Hi. I want a drink. I'll be right back. I'm getting a drink. I have a drink, and also check it out. Daisy's in a co-pilot chair. What a good girl. Oh, she's such a good cat. I love this cat so much. Alright, we're back. What's going on? Hey. This is not a good turn 2 hand. This is not a good hand. Right? Think Drone into garbage? Boo. Better. Better. Like, very early game with this deck is a little strange. Yeah, I'll say Dis. So this is a cool turn 1 hand. I think this is a great turn 1 card. Anything that you threaten playing this... If I put this guy on the board, he's threatening, but I also have to be representing that I'm willing to play him again. And, oh, this lets me talk about Collar of Subordination. This is more of less of a turn 1 card effect than a effect that I want to talk about that I kind of skipped over the other day. I've decided Collar of Subordination is a better card than I was giving it credit for, because stealing a thing is better in a mirror match. And I was giving it a hard time. It's like, oh, I don't want to steal things because it's not going to be the right house. No, wrong. I want to play 3 cards, though. Hold on. Yeah. I'm just going to play 3 cards at you. They're tools I'll use later. Hey, I found Speed Digital. Okay. Stealing a thing is better in a mirror match because you can declare that house. If I steal his Shadows dude, I have Shadows. Or rather, I steal his Dis dude, I have Dis. Right? Because I'm going to have Dis. Overlord, Grecking, and Collar of Subordination are both Dis cards. The difference comes when you get Relentless Whispered. when you consider the fact that Shadows is meta, and Dis is also pretty meta. So having steal effects in Dis is really good because Dis is popular, and I'll be playing against Dis things. And having steal effects with Shadows in my deck means I will have better steal effects against your deck because it probably has Shadows. Let's just take all of his stuff. I don't think I need to explain what I'm doing here. It's just degenerate and strong and take all of your amber. But like take it and not just capture it. It's mine now. And now you're going to get snudged and controlled the weak. Your whole board is going back into your hand. How do you feel? Stealing things is better in this game than I gave it credit for because stealing things means that you have to consider the meta. I keep talking in circles. If I had a steal effect in Mars, that would feel really bad because no one wants to play Mars. Do I have to put your things back in your hand? Do I have to fight your succubus? Okay. This. I don't need to reap. I will fight your succubus. I will bounce your lash. I will fear your drumble. I'm not going to fear it, but I will put it away. And then I'm actually going to say control the weak into Dis. Because these two houses are more annoying, and you're probably holding a bunch of Untamed cards. You haven't played Untamed in a while. You haven't played Untamed yet. You just played Dis. You don't want to play more Dis, but hey look, you're going to. Also, we will put this card away. Because. Oh look. What good cards. Maybe you have a Dis card? Oh, I gave you the Lash. We knew that. I also gave you the Jumble. We knew that. You're going to fight and just snudge, aren't you? Mind Barb. You drew Mind Barb. You drew double Mind Barb. Okay. I guess I can draw double Mind Barb when it's cool. Reap with Drumble. You've got a plan. You know what? I think my board still says to play Dis. Don't take Archives. Play Toxin. Reap Toxin. Take Witch of the Eye. Oh, what a good take. Reap, get that out of here. Do I play Hysteria? We definitely library something away, right? No, we don't want Drumble back in his hand. Like, playing Hysteria means I get these two guys fresh, but I don't think it's worth it. No, we don't need... I wish we didn't draw that card, but it's too bad. Make sure all my archives look the same color. You can go. I'll lose Snudge. You're gonna go Dis again? Oh, okay. Reap with Drumble. Gateway? Really? 4-1, take 3 chains. Poltergeist? Take my library. Ooh, I found the Arise. 1, 2 Mars guys. Mega Mouth, 3 Mars guys. Okay, okay. We're going to Arise from Mars, but we're going to do it real big. I think this turn we Snack Lifter his thing. Shadows, because Magda the Rat lets me not lose. Oh, I forged a key. Hey, look, I love doing that. Snack Lifter is so good. It's broken. He also says if it's not Shadows, it becomes Shadows. Oh, and I get to Reap? Oh, so good. Like, this guy didn't need to say considered to be Shadows. He's the thing that is breaking the steal rule I was talking about. This would be great. This would be like the steal an artifact clause is okay when you're trying to steal a card and it's out of house and you're like, okay, I guess I have your hollowed blaster now or something, and you're kind of sad about it. Snecklifter just takes all of that and throws it out the window and says, you know what, you're fine. You can just have it all. You can have your cake, you can eat it, all that stuff. Okay, you ready? Oh, I guess we have to... We can lash him. We can go Dis and lash. and pick up our Mars house. Oh, I want to do that. We can make him go dis also because he's got no discards left. Yep. Yep, we're going to lash. We're going to arise for Mars. We're going to control your action and make you play dis again. I know you don't want to do that. End turn. Oh man, he's gonna be so mad. End turn. Phosphorus stars into get your amber. And I'm gonna sequence this turn right. Life ward. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. Mars. Take archive. I forgot about that. He has 7. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to do this too. Kill your shadow self. That's too bad. We're gonna start with this because it's the best card. And we want it to be ready. Now we play Marauder because he wants things to be ready. Now we play Marauder because he wants things to be ready. I guess we play Phosphorus Stars because it's a card. We're gonna have 3 chains, but it's fine. We don't need any more cards this game. I should be playing things left and right a little smarter, but it's fine. But you have 5 amber. You lose all your amber. You had 7 amber, but now you have no amber. I guess you own 2, but it's in my hand. So what you gonna do about it, huh? Wow. Okay. The Disintegrator play with Arise is more consistent than expected. That is a strong play that took no effort. Right? Oops. And you know, give your opponent opportunities to misplay. I'm just gonna take all of your amber again. It's so sad. I'm actually taking all of this guy's amber. It's too bad for you. But this time I actually get to do fun things. I get to archive my Sneck Lifter with the Think Drome. We talked about this. We talked about this in the opener. Think Drome is going to have relevant text by putting Snake Lifter away and then one day stealing his next artifact. Wow. Okay, I'm actually really impressed with this deck. It's super fun. Wow, and he concedes because he has no tools. He should have played the Niffle Ape. Okay, so if you're in this position, you are behind. You are not a happy guy. Your option here is to use your Niffle Ape first. It looks like Witch of the Eye because Witch of the Eye is cool and it can get lost in the woods. No. I think the move is you get Niffle Ape and you walk into this guy. No elusive. Gets him out. I already played Arise. Excuse me. Oh wow, look at all the discards I played. 10? 11 of them? There's only 1 left? Oh, I guess I played most of my deck. I think here you play Niffle Ape gets Disintegrator. He is the biggest problem. You can't win the game with this guy on the board. So, walk into him and then be sad that you're behind instead of getting more value. You could do this Lost in the Woods thing where you like, actually, you know what? Lost in the Woods probably a fine play here too. Witch of the Eye, Reaps, gets Lost in the Woods, Dust Pixie Urchin for Disintegrator Megamouth, I guess. These guys go away. Life Ward, I can't play dudes, whatever. Now you get Dust Pixie and Urchin again later. That's probably the better play. I just think it's cute when really garbage cards actually have value. Speaking of garbage cards having value, I know I can't continue playing because he's already gone, but that's too bad. What I do here is I declare Mars, I back up the Megamouth. Actually, if I see the Niffle Ape, I probably back up the Disintegrator because I know he's good. I guess after the board wipe, if my board gets smaller, he's less valuable, and he already does his job. Maybe I put it on the Megamouth. He has no protection. I back something up. I reap for... I put this on a Dust Pixie, and I reap. Maybe I fight into a Dust Pixie or something. Maybe I blow something up. I certainly reap here. I put Sneck Lifter away. And then Megamouth gets Mag to the Rat. So now I'm at like 8, probably at like 7 or something. I would count it. And I would look at his tools and say, oh, look, these guys are still stunned. I'm low on chains. My Shadow's turn is going to be great because I'm going to archive stuff. I can steal stuff on my Shadow's turn. I can take 1, 2 amber away from him. It's not a ton, but it's non-zero. Yeah, you don't want him to leave play at the wrong time. But he loses like 4 amber again. No, he loses 5 amber again. And it was so easy. Wow. Okay. I think I'm going to call it. I think that's going to be a really good games with this deck. I'm excited for this. I bought this on eBay again. I talked about it at length in the beginning, so you should go check that out if you're catching this at the tail end. And this is my new pet project, really exploring Speed Sigil. There's going to be a time where we release an episode. It's one of the ones I have in backlog that I want to talk about with Cure Mode is cards that change the game and how the board works. Speed Sigil is the top of the list. The next card on the list is Soul Snatcher, and we are also doing research on that card. And there's a couple other ones that I think also do things like that. Things where, like reverse time and things that mill half your deck are things that change the way that you have to count cards. There's a lot of very interesting cards. Oh, hey, check this out. I didn't realize this. All these cards have a watermark of their house on them. That's cool card design. Okay, I'm going to call it. This has been another episode of BDQ Live. I am Code Dameron. Thank you for tuning into the stream, and have a great day.